Ah, nice little game I finally managed to have today because I was on a losing streak, but playing as white. And I always feel good when the queen comes out early because I always think, well, it's never a good idea, is it, to bring a queen out early? So we're going for this f-pawn.
Kingside castle in.
F-file. And now block off that knight. I always say the pawn opposite the knight, one move blocks it. He's still going for this f-pawn of mine, but my knight prevents that being effective. And now unleashing my bishop, then my dark squared bishop. So he blocks that there, so I can't go through his queen with it. I just bring it to there because that's going to unlock the rook attacking his queen after this. And he doesn't seem to be bothered about that rook in line with his queen, which is probably not good. So now I just want to get rid of this knight of his. I want to just clear the way, but also I noticed that in the middle I've got this massive quantum now in my favour on that d-file, just on that d4 square, so it's worth doing the exchange. So he moved his queen out of line of this, and I decided instead to just take there rather than to move forward on his knight. Just to take there. It's still tricky how I'm going to shift that knight, but then I decided, without really a plan, I decided to just do this. I thought this was probably good because it opens up the attack on that f-file with my rook. And as you can see, my bishop is also firing at that f7 square, so we've got like a forked check attack there that's going to win his queen if he doesn't move his queen. So kind of, it's annoying that I had to move my knight to a square where his queen will now move, but I'm hoping his queen, well, there isn't actually a way that I could pin her still with that pin idea, but I'm hoping that at some point his queen will still be in line for that attack. So she comes down here, she snaps up this spare pawn that I've got. But now I've got this check. Nevertheless, I've still got it. And he can only go here. And then I suddenly realise I've got this lovely, lovely move, which is here. Check with the knight. Looks crazy, looks like I'm giving him the bishop, but I'm not, because if he were to take the bishop, this wins his queen. The revealed check. So he can't take the bishop, right? But he can't go on my queen file either. He can't go on the squares that the bishop is marking, so he has to come over and come in firing line. Well, obviously he doesn't want to come here, because that's the same as taking the bishop. I've still got this on his queen. So the only option he's got left is what he did do, which is this. But it's still no good, because after this attack on his queen, she actually, believe it or not, has nowhere to go. She's in the middle of the board with nowhere to go. Can you believe that? Have a look. Every single square she can go to is marked. Her only option is to take something in lieu of losing her queen. Can you believe that? She's trapped there. So she decides to take the bishop, the offending item, you might say. And pretty much it's all over bar the shouting after that. But what a lovely what a lovely setup that move was. There. Just looks like a wrong move, but it really isn't, because the king's so limited. And then we're there, and she is trapped. Amazing, isn't it? So I don't think black did anything wrong after that point. I think black did wrong things in the beginning, in the early stages of the yeah, and after that blunder, going behind there, that's a complete blunder, because I can take that knight, and that's where black resigns.